Valedictorian, Viraaj Punia.
Oh, hi guys. I didn't see you there. I'm Viraaj Punia, and let me set the scene. It's 15 to 20 years from now. You're chatting with your husband or your wife or friend, or for some of you, Siri, and you know there's that general nostalgic conversation about the good times and the easy life. And then they hit you with, so what was your high school like? Well, it was good, I guess, is what you say. Or at least what you want to say. But what hopefully goes through your mind is something completely different. Hopefully, you go through a racing trip back in time, remembering those first moments of your 4 years. That first scheduled pickup day in 9th grade, or whenever you came to Tompkins. Man, I still remember seeing the grand rotunda and a well-lit main hallway and thinking, dang, this is so much better than Seven Lakes. But hey, you didn't hear that from me. Anyway, I know I was intimidated, a little nervous, but excited too. This would almost be like my second home for the next 4 years. Every day, I would spend 8 hours here, some of them active and awake, some of them admittedly asleep, and all of them with my closest friends. We all remember that first day in lunch, kind of lost, scrambling around and looking for anyone you know in the sea of people. I remember not being in the 9th grade center my first year, which honestly I'm pretty grateful for, because I got to meet so many more upperclassmen who helped me, guided me, and we're just great people to look up to. And now, we are those upperclassmen. We are those people who help those younger than us, guide them, set an example for them, and not just of how to be good, successful students, but how to be good people, compassionate human beings who care about each other and lead with eloquence. Anyway, where were we? Ah, yes, the first year. Everyone was saying, oh, this is so much harder than junior high, and everyone older than us was saying, oh, be quiet, you haven't seen anything yet. There was that rapid signing up for clubs that seemed remotely interesting, and then slowly not showing up for meetings about a month later. And there were those clubs where you found your groove, your niche. You met amazing people just as nerdy and ambitious as you. And this wasn't everyone, of course. Everyone had a different interest, hobby, friend group, background, or views, but that's what made and makes our school so interesting. That diversity of race, of thought, of courses, of staff. That's what fueled our school and made it a better environment than a lot of other schools in the nation have. Sometimes, I think we, including myself, take for granted how well-funded, technology-equipped, and fortunate we've been at Tompkins and in KDISD overall. I mean, when people talk about education in America, I always used to think, what, my school seems fine, but I failed to realize that our school is above average. We are lucky, no matter how much you hate your English teacher or the 10 by 10 rule. We have a huge library, at least that's what I'm told, supportive faculty, 1 million laptops and iPads available for streaming the latest shows on Netflix. Oh, sorry, I mean studying and research. We get a free version of the latest Microsoft Office, for God's sake. That's amazing. I mean, we're all graduating here tonight, but there are some places where students will never graduate. In Parkland, Florida, and recently in Santa Fe, Texas, some students will never graduate. They'll never have that senior chill-out day, never go to prom, never exempt their finals again. In so many schools, there are kids who can't even afford to study for the SAT or hope to pay out-of-state tuition for their dream college. They can't Google anything whenever they want to or text their friends for help. And they can't dream of being a doctor or a lawyer due to the immense fees associated with those. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I like to remain mindful about this when I think about my life versus others and the true scale of whatever problems we think we have. Anyway, oh dang, I'm still in the first year? Okay, let's skip ahead a few years. Let's skip ahead to the year that the ancient Greeks called the monstrous one. The Aztecs called it the year of doom. The upperclassmen called it the kiss of death. And we called it junior year. Harder classes, the beginning of SATs, ACTs, and OMGs. The year we felt like grown-ups in the school, but not quite as grown-up as those mighty seniors. The year we knew almost every grade, a close bond with those above us, slightly condescending view of the sophomores, and don't get me started on the freshmen. That awkward middle year when you feel like you have so much to do, but no one really is paying attention, and it went by so fast, you didn't know whether to feel happy that it was over or scared of what was to come. And what was to come, of course, was this year, the last year. From the start, I felt a tinge of sadness coming into senior year. Did it really go by this fast? Are we almost done? These types of questions bounced around in my head as I went through my last first day, my last visits to the bathrooms with broken soap dispensers, my last jokes with my friends, my last wait in our lunch line, my last walks through those grand, well-lit hallways that amazed me so much 4 years ago. Sure, I'm bubbling for excitement for the future, but I can't help but look back on these 4 years and be a tad angry at them for passing by so quickly. Of course, there were long nights, random projects, AP tests, final exams, loads of homework at times, but all that is drowned out by the memories I made with everyone I interacted. Any one of you who I talked to, or laughed with, or waved at. I know that's what I'll cherish, and I hope you guys will as well. So what's the answer to that question at the beginning of the speech? What was high school like? For me, it was a transformative experience, a second childhood. It changed who I am, redefined my values and worldviews. It was 4 years like no other so far, with some of the best times of my life. And I hope it was for you guys too, in your own unique way. So as we Falcons leave this warm, familiar nest, I wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors. But remember to be open-minded and grateful for the experience we've had. I can't thank enough people. Thank you so much to my parents for loving me and helping me every step of the way. Thank you to my brother for keeping it real. To my friends for being caring and laughing at my obviously hilarious jokes. Thank you to the college board for being that villain we could all fight against. Thank you to so many of my great teachers, counselors, and staff for making me reach where I am today. And thank you to you all, the class of 2018. Falcons, it's been a pleasure. You'll be in my heart.
Beautiful.
At this time, please stand as a class in respect for our alma mater, sung by the returning members of the Oberg Tompkins Choir.